Good morning. It's a beautiful morning here. I hope that everybody is having a wonderful day, and I am going to quickly make my husband some dinner, and then we'll get on with the project that I want to do today, which is make some face cream. So I'll see you in just a little bit. Today I am going to be making some face cream, and this first face cream I'm hoping to make two different kinds. A lot of it's going to maybe be part 2 tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. But anyways, the first one is very easy when it comes to what you need, because all you need is half a cup of the raw shea butter and a half a cup of your cold pressed organic coconut oil, a tablespoon of raw honey, and essential oils. And the essential oils will determine which ones you use, will determine what kind of skin you have, whether you have combination skin, oily skin, dry skin, aging skin, acne problem skin, those type of things. So anyways, let's get going here. Here I have my half a cup of shea butter and my half a cup of coconut oil. And what I'm going to do now is, since I do not own a double boiler, I am just going to use my 2-cup measure and put it into a saucepan on the stove. So I will go ahead and I will stick that together, because all we're going to do is take the shea butter and the coconut oil, and we're just going to place it into a pan of water on our stove and let this all melt together. Okay, as you can see, the shea butter and the coconut oil is all dissolved. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in my 1 tablespoon of honey and just let this quickly dissolve. Okay, so now that I can hold on to my cup here comfortably, that was what I was waiting for. I am going to pour this mixture into my bowl, and I'm going to carefully make sure that I get it just at the bottom, because we don't want it to be going all over the place, because we'll just lose part of it if it's up the sides here. And I'm actually going to stick this in my freezer for a couple minutes. Okay, so I put my bowl back on here, and all I'm going to do is I am going to just mix this, and wrong way, right? We are actually going to mix this for several minutes until it's kind of got a frothy appearance. I'm just starting out slow because I don't want it to splash all over. Okay, just wanted to show you what this looks like. It's all kind of white and frothy. So now I beat it for probably about 7 minutes. And now I am just going to let this sit for a minute or 2. And then I am going to beat it for about another 10 minutes. So now we're going to turn it on again. And we are going to continue to mix for another 10 minutes. So we're going to keep doing this. We're going to mix for about 7 to 10 minutes, let it rest for a couple, mix for 7 to 10 minutes, and I'll check back with you on the progress. Okay, you're going to see that it's no longer frothy, but it is quite white. In fact, it is almost the color of my honey. And right now is when I'm going to add my essential oils. So the ones that I'm going to be using is I'm not even sure how to pronounce this other than it's patchouli, lavender, cypress, and a little bit of geranium. So what I am going to put in is I am going to put in 10 drops of the patchouli, and I am going to put in 10 drops of the cypress and 5 of my lavender. This particular blend is a combination for dry and aged skin. And the other thing that I am going to add is a half a teaspoon of vitamin E oil. I wanted to show you exactly how this is working, because the very first time I ever made this, I thought, oh my goodness, this isn't turning out. But it does. It just takes a little bit of time and patience, because look at it now. Look at how white and creamy that is. Now, I want you to realize the first time I did it, I slowly turned it up to what was 8 on my KitchenAid mixer, and I mixed it for 7 minutes. Then I stuck it in my freezer for 3 to 4 minutes. Probably only should have been 2 or 3 minutes, because it started, I was worried. I thought, oh dear. Then I mixed it on speed of 8 on my KitchenAid for 10 minutes. Then I stopped, I let it rest just where it's at for 3 or 4 minutes. Then I mixed it for another 10 minutes, starting out at 8 and turning up to full speed in the middle of that 10 minutes. When that 10 minutes was over, that's when I stopped, let it rest, and I added the essential oils and the vitamin E that you saw. Then I put it back on for 10 more minutes on high, and this is what we have. So now I'm just going to let it rest for like, you know, another 30 seconds or so, because I've already been talking to you for a minute and a half, and I will whip it on high for another 10 minutes. And I'll show you what that looks like when it's done. Okay, so this is how it looks now, and you can see, look at how much creamier that is. We're almost there, but not quite. We're going to let this rest again for about another, 2 or 3 minutes. Just kind of let it rest, and then we will turn it back on high again in 10 minutes, and you will see just how wonderful it really does turn out, because it is creamy, it is luxurious, and it is wonderful. I just love it. So anyways, I'll be back to show you what the finished product is going to look like. And here we have our wonderful creamy face cream. Isn't that lovely? Just put it in this bowl here. Now, because this is basically shea butter, coconut oil with barely any honey, the texture of this is going to change slightly with the temperature of your home. So if your home is cold, it is going to be a bit more harder. If your home is really warm because it's hot outside and you don't have AC or whatever, then it is going to be more creamy. But anyways, that being said, that's all it takes. This particular jar is going to a friend along with the recipe so that she can start making her own. I will put a list of the different oils for the different skin types with this video, and that way you can see which one it is that you may want to use for yourself. So this is how much it made. I like it a lot. This is just one recipe that I have. I actually have another recipe too, and I will be making that also. I was hoping I could get to it today, but don't think that's gonna happen. So anyways, I will talk to you after a little bit, and I hope you enjoyed this. Have you ever had one of those days that you just felt like they were never going to end? That's kind of the day I'm having. Yeah, I've had to deal with our internet service for like 2 hours this morning. Finally got a young lady that was just very kind and helpful and was able to solve the problem. But hey, now there's other problems. But that's okay. We'll figure them out. But anyways, for today's devotion, we are going to be reading from Psalms 119, verse 10. I seek you with all my heart. Do not let me stray from your commands. And the title of this is, Don't Take Your Eyes Off of Jesus. And I found this story, and maybe you have heard it before, but it illustrates the need to keep our eyes on Jesus. And it really is worth listening to. And I actually found this particular story from Right from the Heart Ministries. And I just thought it's just a beautiful illustration. It starts out by saying, walking through freshly fallen snow, a father wanted to teach his son a key lesson in life. He said, son, I'm going to walk to that tree about 50 feet ahead in a perfectly straight line. Then I want you to do the same. The father walked to the tree, and he turned to look at his son, and they both observed the perfectly straight tracks in the snow. Not wanting to fail the test, the son looked at his father and began to walk. Then he looked down at his steps and veered to the left. He looked up and corrected his course. He looked down again and he veered to the right and had to correct his course once more. Arriving at the tree, his tracks told the story of his failure. The father explained, son, as long as you focused on me, your tracks were straight. The moment you took your eyes off of me, you got off track. The key is keeping your eyes on the goal. I thought that was just a fabulous way to help people understand keeping your eyes straight on Jesus. There is one primary goal, and if it becomes the heart and focus of your life, it will be the key to eternal success, and that goal is following the Lord. If we are to have a strong walk with Christ Jesus, we must look to Him to lead the way as the perfecter of our faith. We have to look to Him and not take our eyes off of Him. When we are attracted to the impure things of the world, we are taking our eyes off of Him. But when we keep our eyes on Him, He will keep us right on track where we need to go. And with that, I want to remind you, life happens. Let's enjoy it. And if you wonder what it means to seek the Lord with all your heart, it means that you are devoted to the Lord and you hold nothing back. So if you will, give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't, and share on your social media. And I will talk to you tomorrow, and God bless.